Oh man, what's up, y'all? I mean, mm, I'll wait for y'all to join up. Then we go from there. Woo! Just left the gym. About to get my day started. Gotta go get a haircut, man. Looking crazy out here. I look like I'm from where I'm from right now. I don't look like a corporate person. Looking crazy. I got my pepper spray face in my face. Always get you some pepper spray too, man. Come in handy when you don't want to do lethal. I went and bought a bunch of non-lethal weapons, and Amazon denied all my purchases. I don't know why they did that to me. I don't think they're allowed to send them here. Alpha Mason, what's up, man? I can't get no more mace. They think I'm dangerous. Yo, Rich Coleman, what's up, man? What's up? You're Agent 9. What's good? Yeah. See, they be lying. It's four of y'all in here saying what's up. It's only three of y'all on the joint. They be lying about my numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? White man try to keep me down. All right. I'm still late. Wait for more of y'all to join up. Then we on. Sadiqa, what up, though? What up, though? Yeah. Like that kind of party. Let me get some more footage. I'm gonna bring in this on real quick because we're gonna talk about it. I was looking at the 3-4 looks versus. Hold on, let me take this out of here. Boom. The 3-4 looks versus our our nickel and our base 4-3, and I think it's a combination of both. But one thing for sure, Marist should be on the field. That's for sure. Put him on there. Boom. He should definitely be on the field. Let me see what we got over here. All right, yeah, that's it. That's it. What's up, people? Kevin Hicks, what's good? All right, it's enough of y'all in for me to run my mouth now. Oh, let me see what Jay said. He said, what's good? Do you think the defense is not bought in on Eber plus a scheme? No way ever every position group looks bad. I mean, yeah, not bought in means they might not understand the scheme fully. It's one thing, well, it's one thing to know the scheme. They may know it. Like I know what my job is on this play, but understanding it, no. Understanding it is different. Because if I understand it, I know exactly what the integral parts of the defense is, and I know why I'm doing what I'm doing and what happens if I don't. And I also know how a team is going to attack me if I align a certain way or if I do something wrong, right? Or I do something a little bit different. I'll know, right? So no, they don't understand the scheme. That's, I mean, obvious at this point. They don't understand it. When you look at the way they deployed, the way Eberflus deploys this defense, though, it's looking like he's starting to understand what his strengths are and weaknesses are. So we are developing some sort of identity. It's just when he gets out of it, or when we have personnel lapses, and you can't help that when you got certain guys on the field who don't want no smoke. I can't always just blame Eberflus and his decisions. I can blame him for keeping certain guys though. Like he'll talk about guys highly that play like ass, and then he'll talk down on guys who you probably need in those situations, right? And I don't get the difference there. Like that's where my issue with Eberflus usually is. It's not that the plays he's calling in certain times just don't make any sense at all times. I've seen that. But uh, when I'm watching this film, like when you watch this, right? I'm gonna get into it, but you'll watch Elam on a 40-yard play, that 40-yard run. Elam had every opportunity to make those tackles. He doesn't want to make those tackles, but those are the things that we say about Diggs. But Diggs actually will come in there. He might not make a sturdy hit, but he will come down there and he will hit you if he has to. Some of these guys won't and don't even want to, especially in the cornerback room. I mean, obviously, Bland's not one of those guys. Diggs is hit or miss. Elam, he don't want to hit at all. I don't even understand how you can afford to put him out there because he really don't want no smoke. And I think I'm starting to see that in a lot of cornerback play. That's not how corners that I grew up with were. Like they will hit you. Champ Bailey will hit you. We had Terrence Newman who was small, but he'll hit you. He wanted some smoke. I remember he used to go at Brandon Jacobs like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? And that was Terrence Newman. You know what I'm saying? Not a tackler by any means, but he will come up and hit you. Antoine Winfield will hit you. I already said Chan Bailey, Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson. These guys will hit you. The corners of today, it's hit or miss. Like some of them like that physicality, but for the most part, it seems like it's becoming a finesse position. and you can't play defense like that. I don't care what defense you got out there. Do you think it would help if we trade for a true Mike linebacker? No, because when you have a true Mike linebacker on your team and you don't recognize it, what good is it going to do to go get another one? The way Eberflus runs his scheme, he does like range at his linebacker position. So I think he likes Kenneth Murray as the Mike because of the way he wants to cover. I won't argue with you on that. If you run in cover two, you do need a rangy cover two linebacker, and Kenneth Murray is that, right? Kenneth Murray, if you're running your base out of 3-4, is to me is fine out of 3-4. When we run 3-4, he reads and assesses like a different linebacker altogether. I don't get how he just doesn't understand 4-3, it seems like. And that tells you something about scheme choice as well, because if you have guys that read and react like that out of 3-4 and they don't run on you out of the 3-4, but suddenly you go into 4-3 and you got all these kinds of problems, why run the 4-3 at all? It's not doing you any good, right? So I don't get why we're not a 4-3, I mean, not a 3-4 team. And I know I've been saying this, so people are going to say it's just bias. It might be some bias in that because I do want to be a 3-4 team, but it's not like I'm saying it out of imagination though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you some what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me show you. Boom. Watch this here. All right, so the front that we're in, okay. Can you guys tell me what front we're in? We're in a 3-4 style front, right? You got Morris Liufau out here outside the tight end, playing like wide 9-ish, or I don't fucking know what technique you want to call it, but he's standing up and outside the tight end, right? Boom. Then you got 3 down linemen, and then you have Fowler that's over here to the right. You have 2 linebackers. Your plugger would be, I think, Shamar James on this one, and then your Mike is Murray, right? Watch this. Look at their reaction time. Now this one is actually going to give up some yards, but look at even Murray's reaction and the way he plays it. Like he doesn't skip into the wrong gap. He gets sealed on this one, but he's even way more aggressive when he plays out of 3-4. He's just more aggressive, in my opinion. Like he reads and reacts faster. Like he knew what his assignment was on that one, even though he didn't make that play. Shamar James did, right? And let's watch what Shamar James does on this one. He plays more like Will. He's gonna flow over the top. Uh, eh, eh. You're a little slow to change directions for me. I just don't like how he changes direction, Shamar James. But I ain't saying nothing. All right, here I think this is just Murray. Murray's going to run to the flat on this one. This isn't 3-4, but these are some of the plays I put in because I hear a lot of people talking about Murray on a regular basis as if they don't see these plays or they don't see the games that he does play well in. The games when he plays well, he's very good. The games when he plays bad versus the run, it's very bad. You notice it, but I can see him playing well this season or playing better than I've seen him play in quite some time. So I'm not going to act like I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like even right here, I'm not going to act like I don't see this. People keep acting like they don't see this because they're waiting for that one play that Shamar James are making. And they're like, oh, look at that, right? But they're not looking at half the plays that the guys they don't like are making. Like these are plays. These are plays. These are plays that he's making, right? I don't understand how you watch these and say, okay, Murray just flat out sucked the whole year. And he hasn't. He played good in spots. But I'm not here to say that he's good. I'm just here to say, look, this is what he's done for us on the film. I don't care about, whether or not you want to deem him good or not, right? This is like more of like a 4-3. This is actually nickel because you got Bell in here. Right. Now let me see what happens on this play. They stay inside on this one. They didn't get any yards on this one, but let me see why. Oh. And this is out of 4-3. Still just reacting better. He reacts better, but he now instantly. Watch the difference though. Watch Murray on this play, right? I don't know why when he's in like a 4-3 or nickel type of look, he chooses sides instantly. Now look, he's gonna go lateral on this one, right? Try to go around the guy. He does not do that out of 3-4 for some reason. And it's like it don't make sense. When he's playing 3-4, he'll run right at you and smack you in the mouth like he knows what he's supposed to be reacting to. When he's playing 4-3, he chooses sides almost every time. Even there, he waits. I don't know what he's waiting for on this play. Like he's reading a lot, but he took too long. You took too long, buddy. Yeah, go. Let's see what this is. And Shamar James is reading, he's surfing, reading that reverse. And now he knows it's not a reverse. Get in there. Take a little long to change directions, but oh well. This one's Morris Liufau. I've been screaming Morris Liufau for like, a month, for the whole season, really, online. I keep coming up with new film every week about him, and people don't like it. I guess they think that I'm wrong about Liufau, but Liufau needs to finish these plays better. To play a little bit more controlled, I think. But his mentality is what we need on the field. That's for sure. He's one of the guys that you need to give more reps to so that he can settle into the game. Like Morris Liufau is a smart physical player. And if you're saying you want to be a smart physical football team, I don't know how you become that and leave Liufau out. Here's Shamar James in coverage. Like watch his depth, right? Watch what he does. He's in his zone. He does not move. If you see him right there in the middle of the field, he doesn't move, doesn't cover anything but grass. And then later, runs to the plate. But what does he think zone coverage is on this one? Everybody else who's playing zone, they are matching with the man in their zone and actually trying to cover a person. Look at everyone else that's in zone right now, including Murray, who's carrying this over to Shamar James's zone. But he's not doing jack shit. He's just covering grass. Well, like that's not the assignment, sir. We've seen this play though. I don't need to keep showing it. Well, I'm trying to find the 3-4 looks. That's what we got in here for. I kind of got off track. All right, this isn't one of them, but still much better read and reaction time here out of Murray. Boom. Let's see. Let's get down there and try to make a play. Yeah. Let me see what we got out of James on this one. My opinion, I'll tell you what my opinion on the starting package should be too. I'll tell you that in a second. Because I do have a idea as to what can make us better versus the run right now. And I know a lot of people ain't gonna like it, but it's true. Let's see what we got going on here. Good open field tackle from my Bland and Murray. This was a good game for Murray. I don't get why people don't like this dude. Like I didn't like him coming in because I didn't know who he was, and I just said, all right, he looks bad numerically, right? His stats look bad versus run. And he's done some of the boneheaded stuff that I can see people not liking him for in during his stint here. But the things I see in coverage and the things that I see when he actually does play the run well, I could see something you can work with. So I don't see why people just hate him here. He hasn't been horrible here. He's been average. Let's see what we got going on here. Boom. There you go, Shamar. Come on, buddy. Let me see what he's doing on this one. So this is another three. This is the 3-4 look I'm talking about right here. Let's see. I think it is anyway. Boom. Yep, you got Houston standing up outside. You got Morris Liufau over here standing up outside. You got 3 down linemen. So when I say the 3-4 look, these are the looks that I'm talking about. And each time we play to run a lot better out of this look because we automatically keep them in the kill zone. Well, a couple reasons. One is our ends set the edge. You see here, there's a kill zone between both ends. So Morris Liufau here, and I think Fowler or Houston on the other side. And then you see you got a single coverage or a one-on-one block between Osa and I believe that's a guard that he's dealing with. That's the center, I think. Yeah. That's the center that he's dealing with one-on-one. But Osa beats the shit out of him easy because he doesn't have to deal with a double team because he got a 5-man front. So that offensive line has to choose differently based off of the alignment. But watch Osa. Osa gonna get right inside. Boom. He doesn't even get blocked because of the alignment. So he gets upfield penetration immediately, and then he just rallies this into Shamar James and those guys. But that's what we need. Like here's another 3-4 look. I know you can see on the outside. Liufau is a little further off the ball, right? So you can call this 4-3 over, but it's still the same personnel that we were looking for. And whenever I see this personnel package, they don't get yardage whenever he's on the field. Now I think he should be in the middle of the field. Whatever you want to say, cool. You don't agree, you don't agree. But I think it's just crazy to keep Marist consistently getting 30 less snaps on defense than Shamar James. I think that's almost criminal. It's almost criminal. Here, it's the same look here, right? Except for in this sub package, right? So they're gonna give you that same look with 3 down linemen, 1 guy up, except for coverage reasons, they brought Reddy Stewart in on this one. So Reddy Stewart's playing where Morris Liufau would be in the same look. And I don't necessarily mind that because when Reddy Stewart fits the run, like you see here, he does it correctly and aggressively. I like Reddy Stewart a lot versus run. Boom. And even on this play, although Reddy Stewart doesn't make the play, and he does his job well enough right here, just setting his edge right here to keep this ball inside. He plays it well enough to keep the ball inside. I don't know what Wanye was doing on that, doing too much reading. Wanye should have stayed where he was. Boom. He read Wanye, he cut Wanye out of his socks. Boom. And then Murray and those guys clean that up. All right, Leah Fowles on the fields. Good tackle, Shamar James. Let me see what he's doing here. I like Sanborn though in these situations. I like Sanborn better than Shamar James, man. I know people don't believe that, but I was saying that earlier when I said I got a way we can try to get back to stopping the run. Here's that 3-4 look. We can run this, this formation or this sub package on a regular basis because we get shit out of it like sacks and all kinds of shit when we run it. But also, you need to put Sanborn back in. And let me get back on the screen so I can say this. But the reason I say that is because Sanborn went run at. In the beginning of the season, I don't think anybody was saying that our run defense was bad, and they didn't understand why. Since the Jets game, everyone keeps talking about how the defense totally is bad now, right? Versus run and pass, but they keep looking at the common denominator and ignoring it. And hold on, this is business. I gotta answer this. Tim, what's going on? How you doing? The hours he's not in yet, but I'm processing that patient for her. But just do her orientation and I'll assign her later. Yep, yep. Okay. Yep. Change the pay rate later. We'll do it later. All right. Okay, no problem. All right. Yep. Thank you. Okay. My bad. But I was saying Sanborn when he's run at, and the common denominator with our run defense that was playing well was Sanborn being in the game. Sanborn between the tackles, you're not running on him. He's our best run defender between the tackles. I would say Morris Liufau probably is just as good, but he hasn't had those reps in there. So I don't have the film for Morris Liufau between the tackles because he doesn't play there. He plays on the outside. But Morris Liufau and Sanborn are our best run defenders. But who gets run out there the majority of the time is Murray and Shamar James. Shamar James is our fourth best linebacker right now. Okay, not our second, not our first. They're acting like he is the best linebacker out there, and that's what's hurting the team is the fact that we keep putting him out there and allowing him to fail. Um, I don't want to hate on Shamar James because that would mean, I don't know. I would think that you would think that I'm hating on a young player, but I have to say it because I want to actually play well. I want to win. If I was a coach looking at this team, it's not that Shamar James is playing horrible. It's that you keep acting like he's playing better than the guy that we shat on. We shitted on all of us, shitted on Sanborn for beginning of the season. And now we miss Sanborn. He doesn't get an opportunity to even show what he can do anymore for some reason. And I don't get that because we weren't having these problems versus run. I've even heard Schottenheimer say in the beginning of the season, I like our run defense. Oh, I like how we're playing the run. Well, what was happening, and that's not happening now. We were running Sanborn out there and allow him to do his job. So to look at it any other way is just it's kind of insane to me when you look at what Sanborn was able to do with his reps and the time that he was in. And the film speaks to it. I don't have to make it up. I don't care about any of these players. I keep trying to say that to people. I care about who plays well, but I only determine that based off of who's on the film playing well. And when you rank these linebackers, the most efficient and effective or impactful linebacker that we have on this team has been none other than 35, right? I'll put some of his
Listen
story.
to him, man. Peep game.
Let me mute that.
This ain't a shot at Shamar James. It's really not because I
No.
know he's a day 3 rookie. He just
Come on.
starting.
Here we go.
But this is a shot at Eberflus and
Why can I-
Shoddy for that matter.
Hold on.
There's nothing that you can.
Here we go. I'm about to say, why can I hear that? All right. Hold on a second. Y'all want to hear what I said? Because I don't know if y'all actually watched this on Twitter. I can leave the audio up here for you, or I can just talk through it. Matter of fact, I'll just let y'all watch it real quick. Here, watch what I said.
Listen to him, man. Peep game.
Watch this.
This ain't a shot at Shamar James. It's really not because I know he's a day 3 rookie. He just starting. But this is a shot at Eberflus and
crazy to me because I said this the other day. The only bright spot in this Broncos game was this guy. Like he was the only one where I'm watching the film and I'm saying like, who I want to go back to war with or who I want to bring back out. I'd be like, yo, who's 35? Like I will go and recruit him for my team anytime, man. Doing this, like this is something you can build momentum off of. But this is who you say you want to be, right? I said they said they want to be a smart physical team, and all he does every time he's out there is make smart physical plays. And then he gets, like I said, he gets less time than the guys who aren't doing that. And that's why you're playing the way you play. Like when Morris Liufau sets the tone, like if he'd have done this early in the game, you know what I mean? This is near the middle or the end of the game, but he had done this early. Like he sets the tone and he makes it so that you don't want to play with this guy. Even when he closes on a quarterback, like he scared Jaden Daniels to death, and then Kenneth Murray gets a sack off that a second later. But when you watch what Liufau is able to do when he's on the field, like obviously he's our best, most physical linebacker. And I'm talking about, I don't have to make this up. I'm basing it off of what you're looking at. Every time I watch a game, I say, who is not worried about the opposition? Who's taking guys? Yeah, rocket smoke coming out his ass. Yeah. But who's taking guys and just destroying guys in front of him? King Reese, he got a kick out of that. But who's taking guys and destroying the man in front of him? Every time I see this dude on the field, yeah, you got to rein him in. He like Bobby Boucher for real. You got to rein him in a little bit for sure. But every time I see this dude on the field, he's doing this. Every time. You don't got to wait very long. You're like, oh, watch. You want to have some fun watching football? Watch when 35's on the field. Every time. Every time. He gonna put somebody on the ass, whether they got the ball or not. Somebody's flying off the screen almost every time. And if you see bodies flying, it's usually 35 that did it. And I'm like, how do you see that and say, I don't want him on my field more? Like, I don't get how they're getting away with this. And what I would like to see is some of these reporters actually speaking on it a little bit more. Look at Sanborn's reaction time, right? Even right here. Like, watch how Sanborn plays the run, even in this. He doesn't make this play, but just watch how smooth he is to the ball. Like Sanborn gets to the ball, man. He read and react on his way to the football. Like I like how he's moving and reading at the same time. He's not waiting and then deciding after he's read. He's reading while he's reacting at the same time. Like Sanborn is just different. Even here, just watch what Morris does every time he gets an opportunity. Like he punching at the ball almost every time he gets a shot. He's either after the ball or try to hurt something. Even watch after he does this. Watch what he does to the coach. Boom, get the fuck out of here. You see that? Like this is what I'm talking about. This dude is just look at him. He yoking everybody. Watch this. Get the fuck out of here. Do you see that? This dude is fucking crazy. I love this dude. Look, do it again. I gotta do this again. Get the fuck out of here. People don't even pay attention to what I be paying attention to, man. Like this dude, everybody, he hate everybody, man. He got CTE for sure, but he hate everybody, man. Look at this dude. Yo, that dude funny to me, man. He a funny boy. Yo, I can't. I don't know why don't nobody like this dude, man. He's the funnest dude to watch on the Cowboys defense right now, man. He a fucking psycho. Yeah, I love this dude. Right, watch this play here, man. I showed y'all. Everybody who watched me has seen this 1,000 times, but watch this, right? Boom. So we in that 3-4 look. Watch what Murray and James do on this play. So Murray chooses a side right there, dumb. He's reaching. He still gets to the ball, but you should be there already. James chose the side as well. So James is on the other side. All right, watch James. He's gonna go around that block instead of over the block. If he does go over this block, though, I see Brees would have probably cut into this gap that he's in. So I see what James is actually thinking on this one, but just slow to do it. Boom. keeps it front side, but you already know what happens. Marist Liufau will come. He got a guy on his other arm too. Y'all ain't paying attention to that. Watch. 47 blocks Liufau all the way up the field. He's blocking him. He got one arm. He hold one arm. Liufau still uses his free hand, punches his ball loose. Because he don't give a fuck that you touching him. Like, he don't care that you blocking him. Here, we get a sack here. This is out of that 3-4 look again. I don't gotta keep saying this, but I'm going to because once I see it, I gotta speak on it, and that's the truth. He's a playmaker from anywhere you put him on the field, and he don't like nobody. This is the type of player that you can build your defense around, or you can start to. Him and Demo are gonna make this defense look better instantly if you use them correctly. If we get Demo back, and this will be a telltale sign of who Eberflus is as a coach. If we get Demo Black back and they're acting like, and he acts like he doesn't understand what Demo is, and I gotta find a role for him, and we're gonna base it off practice, and we gotta see it consistently. If you start talking that shit, and he don't just throw Demo in to spark this team, you know he full of shit. You know he is, because there's no way he's watching this film and saying, "Hey, I don't see 35 just walking around laying wood." You know what I mean? Pause, but you walking around smacking motherfuckers. Watch this. He just smacks shit every time he get on the field. And I know y'all know because I show it all the time. And I'm just compiling like an avalanche. I'm compiling footage of him almost every time. Now, every week I got something new for you from him. But I don't get how you got this guy on your team and he's not, a showcase player. And it just speaks to ineptitude. So as long as you're playing this defense, Sanborn needs to play. If we change the defense in the bye, then we may be able to move on. Sanborn an easy play. I don't know what y'all want out of a linebacker, but Sanborn is easy to play. It's easy to play Sanborn because Sanborn don't make a lot of mistakes. I could find some Sanborn footage for you though. I know I got some. Let me see if I got some old Sanborn. Where he at? Let me find something for you. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't squinting. So you got to excuse me. Where he at? Let me see. I think Sanborn played in the Chicago game. Let me see how much footage I got of that. I don't know how good it is, but let's see. Because this wasn't me looking at Sanborn directly. Let's see what he's done. Let's watch some Sanborn, honestly. This is gonna be quick though, so it ain't a lot of snaps. I can see that by how fast it's moving. Let's see what Sanborn is doing. Boop. But look at his reaction though. Look at Sanborn's reaction to the run almost every time. Like there are no wasted steps. Watch this. Boom. He not fast, but he right on whatever he's supposed to be on. He on it. Like he don't hesitate. He ain't in on it. He must have been hurt here. You got Demo in there. I mean, not Demo, Clark in there. This run I don't really count because it's an outside run, but let's watch what Sanborn does on this one. You see 57. He's the only white guy in the linebacker room. Let's see. Like, this is what I'm talking about, though. This is all I want to see out of my linebackers. This, like, you watch this and you say trash. I don't know what to tell you because that is beautiful right there. That's a beautiful run fit. One, he attacks his gap with his outside shoulder, right? Which is the running back's actually reading this correctly because you're supposed to cut outside of this shoulder because he uses outside shoulder to attack and he has his inside hand ready in his gap to make this tackle, right? But where the A game comes from for me is where Sanborn gets an A on this play is he still clears this block. He sheds like that, like nothing. You see how quick he shed? And now he's in the gap after forcing the cut. Like this is good linebacker play. Boom. Attack his gap, force the cut, and then be there for it right after the cut. You see that? Boom. He's there. He meets the guy. But gets no credit for that type of shit. None of our linebackers outside of Liufau do that consistently. Sanborn does this consistently. I don't care that he's not a sideline linebacker. You can't run between the tackles on him. So at least you know that when he's on the field, they're running a misdirection or running outside. They're not running at Sanborn. You're not going to run at him. Because look at this. This ain't even his film. I didn't even do this film for Sanborn. I was probably looking at Mozzie or the defensive line because I don't have no footage titled Sanborn. But watch this. Just watch him. All right. So boom. He's in his gap. So he sees, okay, I got a flash here. Why? Because if he doesn't flash his gap, 25 is just going to gap run right up the field straight. Right. So he flashes. What's 25 do? Hesitate. Now, what? See, he's still flashing in his gap. 25 says, all right, boom. I'm going to choose the right because I can't go left because Sanborn's standing there patiently. And then he meets him in the gap that he forces him to cut into. That's all Sanborn being smart and understanding what his assignment is there. Let's watch what he does here. Just watch Sanborn. Boom. What is wrong with you people? I'm going to say you people like a racist. What is wrong with people who say that they don't like? You don't like this? How? What else do you want? You want Shamar James waiting and getting blocked 15 yards? Let me see what Shamar James at. Where he at? Let me see what we got. I know he down here somewhere. Where is he at? Y'all want to do this more? Where are we at? Is this it? They want to do more of this. Y'all want to do more of that? Here goes Shamar. Y'all want more of this? Okay. We could do more of that. Let's see what happens on this one. Nobody does shit on that one. Let me see. More waiting. What are we waiting for? Watch this. What we doing? They stop it. Only because motherfucking Marist Liufau is a psycho here. But come on, man. We don't need no more of this shit. Let me see. Where are these long runs at? Where that touchdown run that they blamed what's his face for? I think this is it right here. Yeah. Boom. Y'all want to see more of this? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I don't want to see no more of this. Look at the reaction time. Boom. We react. Boom. Gone. Clark. Gone. Clowney. Gone. This dude fucking fucked everybody up on that play. Like every big run. Let's just watch what's happening on these. Okay. These are big runs. All right. Watch these. Watch Shamar on this one. All right. React. Okay. He a little late on the reaction, but he sees it now. So now you know he sees the pulling guard, right? You meet him. Boom. Met him with your inside shoulder, which is actually okay. He's supposed to be able to get over top of this, right? But he got hit so hard, he got smacked out of there, right? And you got who else? What's the other problem is Nealon, who forgot how to play football. Leland's out here setting the edge right now. Okay, he peeking outside. But there go that dumbass spin move again, Nealon. You're spinning on a tight end. Crush him, dumbass. But anyway, boom. Very easy work when you see James out there. I don't see these things happening to Sanborn. Boom. And see again. This is who is this stuff? This is Elam, and this is what I was talking about when it's like it don't matter if you call the right play. So watch this. All right, so Elam, this is your job. This is Elam's play to make. Elam don't want to make no plays. He don't want no smoke. He just want to cover. Look at this. He just want to cover. Elam is a pussy. He could sit on the bench. Even on this play, let's watch this one. Watch Elam. So we keep blaming. They was blaming Sam Williams, right? So Sam Williams, let's see what he does on this. All right, he takes inside. He tries to shoot inside. You can't do that. He should have went over the top or forced that crack back into this gap, which he didn't do. Okay, but it's wrong already. All right, so they're both sealed. We already know Shamar James is gone. Murray, I don't know what you want him to do here, but Murray's being blocked upfield. They got to Murray. And watch this. Now see, now watch. Elam can make this play right there. He don't want to make the play. Look at that. Watch Elam. Watch Elam right here. He can make this play. He changes directions as slow as Shamar James on this one. Watch this. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then run slower than Sam Williams at the ball. Elam don't want no smoke, man. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke. Elam is a pussy. He tackle like a pussy. Here we go again. Let's see. Let me see this one. Yeah, that's that one. Let's see another one. It's another one. It's more. Oh, there go Mozzie, he doing something. Let me see. Good job. Now, let's watch Shamar James here again, the tight end. This one is just him feeling right. I want to show you a comparison though. When I watch this, Mac. Now, I want to show you how consistently, without me having to do no type of cherry picking, I just want to show you how Sanborn consistently plays the run. Let's see. Let's add this back to the stage. How can you not like this? When he gets to his gap, boom, sheds, and makes the tackle. Like he did this consistently. This ain't no, I don't, like I said, I don't have no film of Sanborn other than what you're looking at. And this is what you see. I don't see a bunch of false steps, misdirections, or bad reps from Sanborn. Don't see him. Look good to me. Hold on, let me find some more. It's only 44 y'all in. Did I get striked? I must have. Did they get me? Damn, they got me again. Yo, I'm tired of this shit, man. I really am. I ain't even really doing shit. I just be sitting here showing all 22. I know other people do this. Like I don't get like there's other YouTubers that's definitely doing what I do, and they not getting strikes every time they go on. I gotta like do something, but I'm tired of that shit. Like it go from popping to not. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Yeah, they got me, man. Let me know when I'm back. Let me know when I'm back, y'all. I guess I'm going. Oh well. All right, I'm done. I'm tired.